Good morning, world.
Good morning.
Guess what? Guess what, Cedric?
Tell me.
We got another one from Emily.
Oh, wow.
Emily. Wow. This one she addressed to me. She's usually stalking you. Just kidding, Emily.
Emily's my homie.
We appreciate you, Emily. We really do. You don't miss. So I'm putting pressure on you here. I hope you didn't miss on this one. It says, "Hey, Brian. I hope you're doing well." Thank you, Emily. I am. Long time no hear. Laugh out loud. I just wanted to ask you real quick if you are a Papa Roach fan, and if so, have you heard their new song? I do know who Papa Roach is. I don't have any of their album CDs or downloads on my thing, though. But I do like some of their stuff. I have not heard their new song. If you had not seen the video, I wouldn't never know. I'm sorry, Emily. I'm either you trash the English language or I'm just trashing your reading it. I may or may not have a Dubrovnik in here. See a couple of videos ago. If I had not seen the video, I would have never known who it was. Oh, so you hadn't heard of them. It's on the complete opposite end of the spectrum for them, and it addresses suicide, mental health. Ooh. I don't know if it's something you really talk about on the channel, though. We do. We've talked about it with, I think Tom had a song, Ren had a song. Yeah. Hope you all have a good rest of the weekend and next week. So, Emily, we're releasing this about 2 weeks after you sent us this Instagram post because you sent us so many, we've had to do them in a row. And, we do a lot of Emily's because Emily sends us a lot of money, right?
When you send thousands and thousands of dollars, we look at those first.
So, Emily, thank you. We are going to do Papa Roach, Leave a Light On. Talk Away the Dark.
All right, you guys stay tuned. I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian. And this is Cedric and Brian. All right, so obviously this is going to be a serious subject. We can get serious. I know it's unusual, but right. We will. But Cedric has some good news.
Yeah, we've asked you guys several times. We have the Venmo, we have the Cash App. You don't have to send money. Well, we have yet to see it. Nothing would make me happier. Well, two things: one, get 100,000 subscribers, and two, I have yet to see a stranger walking around with Cedric and Brian merch on.
Because we do have merch. You don't have to Venmo us. You can go to our website, cedricandbrian.com, and you can get all of our merchandise, including this hat.
Yes. And we've asked you on several times. We don't do it consistently. But we say, you know what? Take a picture of yourself wearing a sweatshirt or a hat or something like that and send it to our email. One person did that already. Well, a few have. We're trying to put them up. Beth Sims, she sent us some pictures. She bought a Cedric and Brian ball cap, and there's 3. She also had her cousin rep the hat, but I think the winner is her childhood doll growing up, who she also put the Cedric and Brian cap on. I think out of the 3, Beth, I'm not clowning you, but I think the doll model, it takes this round. It moves on to the next round. So you guys, but seriously, go out and buy some Cedric and Brian merch. You need a t-shirt, you need a hat, you need a sweatshirt, a mug.
It's the hat of unity.
Yes, you have the black guy, you have the white guy. I said, yeah, the black guy, the white guy. Whatever.
Sometimes we don't remember.
You know who's who. But thank you, Beth, for supporting us. We appreciate you, and we appreciate all of you.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Let's hit it. Here we go. Papa Roach. Oh, just so you know, this is a record label. We're not going to get monetized, so if you wouldn't mind, you don't have to, and you don't need to leave in the comments that you're not going to leave money. Just don't leave money. It's fine. People just feel like the need to just...
We'll show you. We're not going to leave anything.
All right, we better put our headphones on. I'm not going to hear this. Right. All right, here we go. And this is one of the last episodes we're going to be doing together.
Yes.
So just think of it as a Cedric moving fund to get him to Tennessee.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Can all play a role in keeping ourselves and the people in our lives safe. Let's leave a light on for each other by learning how to talk away the dark.
Dry bones rattling a lonely soul, slipped and fell into a deep black hole. I can tell you're lost, I'm here for you. Wildfires burning you down to stone, blind eyes turning from a world so cold, a million miles apart within my reach. It's not like me to worry, but when I see you fading in the dark, I'll leave a light on for you. Through the long nights, I will be right there for you. If you drift too far, I'll leave a light on for you.
All right, don't get mad at me. I stopped because we want you to go to the video in the link in our description to actually watch their video. Okay, you're on this channel for a reaction, not to just let the song play through. Go to their channel and watch it. Don't comment on it that, why do you guys stop? It's a reaction channel. I'll say one thing. You hear these guys, a lot of their stuff they do is pretty hard. I don't know if you know who they are.
I don't.
I like when they do ballads, you get to hear he's got a great voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Absolutely.
and obviously, this is such an important topic for today because we both have young kids. I mean, they're adults now, but they're younger. They're in their 20s to early 30s. The amount of friends that they know of that have committed suicide or friends of friends, we didn't have that back then. I mean, there was a couple maybe we remembered through like all of our early, childhood and 20s. There's something going wrong in society that we're not taking care of these kids. And I think, and I know Cedric would agree with this, being the religious guy in this, is we're getting so far away. See the video we did from Emily, that High Res did about If I Were the Devil. Yeah. They are making us pit against each other and losing all values, and we don't have anything to strive for. We're killing it for the kids, and they have no hope.
Yeah.
God, and there's been worse times than this, trust me. I mean, the Great Depression, but people still had faith, and with faith, you have hope, and with hope, you go on.
Yeah.
Without that, you don't.
And we'll let this play. And just to touch real quick on what you said, a lot of people are losing their self-worth and their value. And because when we were younger, social media wasn't as prevalent as it is now. And I know it's boys too, but especially young girls, they can't help but go on to Instagram or Facebook or TikTok and compare themselves because everyone, I call it fake book, because you always post the happy moments and the exciting moments. And so when you go on that and you see that, you're thinking, well, my life sucks. Because look at them. They're so happy and everything's going well in their life. And look how she's dressed. And it makes you feel like you don't have any value or worth.
And before social media, there was a saying, I know most of you will know this, the grass is always greener on the other side. Before it was your neighbors. You see them when they walk out their door, they're putting on they could have just been in a fight, something, but they walk out the door and they say, hey, neighbor, and you think, God, they're always so happy. You don't know if they are. Now we have it on social media. Everybody puts their best self out there. And everybody thinks, oh, they have this perfect life, and you don't. And everybody compares themselves. Was it Jordan Peterson? Somebody said, don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself against yesterday you, about you yesterday, and just move forward and get better every day. Compare yourself to how you were and get better. Not about that, because that probably doesn't exist. I know we diverted, but this is a serious subject, and it's just sad because we raise kids. Both of us raised kids where we just saw happiness plummet, and it's just sad.
Rain comes following an endless drought to wash away the remnants of all your doubt. I hope that you'll see me looking out. It's not like me to worry, but when I see your face
Visit the American Foundation
Perfect.
for Suicide Prevention at afsp.org. Talk away the dark to learn the warning signs for suicide and how to have a confident, caring conversation with someone and reach help. You can also find support for those who've lost someone. If you or a loved one is in crisis, please reach out to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline or Lifeline at 9888 or the crisis text line, Text Talk. You are not alone.
Wow. So those of you who caught it, I didn't put my sunglasses on. You got mad when I put my sunglasses on. So you get to see old guy eyes crying. Yeah, touching song. And I've told you guys this, and Cedric knows this. I've gone through some dark times and some depression, and suicide thoughts. They ran in and out of my brain. I didn't hold on to them. When it came this last time, I had young kids, and if nothing else keeps you, it's just like, well, I'm not going to do that to my kids. But these are young people, and I had this happen when I was younger, and you don't, and I know that the sentiment here would leave the light on for you, but when you're in that dark place, it's hard to pull out, even if everybody, says I'm here for you, and sometimes you just push away. Mm-hmm. But that does help, and with my buddy here, just being able to be accountable, and we would go work out, and it was just like, what, I've got Cedric. I got to meet him at the gym. It got me out of bed, and it was so important. And I don't know how much he knows, how much that helped me.
No, and the two things I want to talk about. You good, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. Music helps. I don't know if you guys know that me and Brian cut our teeth on political stuff, all the crap that's going on in culture and politics. Get away from that stuff. And I can't believe I'm saying that, because that's what we cut our teeth on. But that stuff, it's in our eyes and in our face 24/7, and that will drag you down. Get out, go for a hike, get around fun people. And me and my fiance were laughing about this with me and Brian and our friendship. We've been friends for over 20 years. Like, I'll hear on the phone with her girlfriends, Michelle and Jen and others, and they're talking about any and everything. Women, you guys are great at that. You're geared for the talking about everything. And I'll come over to Brian's house and hang out, and she'll say, "Well, what's Brian up to?" I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "Well, didn't you talk about it? Like, did you talk about what?" I was like, "No." But sometimes
You just hang out.
we're hanging out, and like Brian's saying, sometimes and not to be sexist with men, sometimes that just hanging out and kicking it together, that helps. And we men have to do a better job of getting to that next level of talking to each other about our issues. And
But you know what? You don't even have to force it.
don't force it.
We're built differently, and this is the whole fallacy of men and women are the same. I mean, women, they get together and they sit and they talk, and that's their thing. We would work out. We would go play some basketball, do whatever. We just didn't have to talk. Or we'd, like you said, we just sit and watch a game or just watch some TV. We don't have to. We're built differently, so you can't attack things. I mean, I for those of you who had relationships with females, who whether you're female or male, I guess, the worst thing you could do is try to solve her problems when she's talking. All she wants to do is talk. That's how they're wired. Guys, if we ask a question, we want the answer, or we're just not going to ask it. Most of the time, we just don't ask it. We're just like, let's just hang out. That's all right, buddy.
It's like the four guys that go play golf together, and like, you guys spent 4 hours together. What'd you talk about? I said, no, he's got a new driver.
Yeah, exactly. It's just you have to separate it. And I know everybody's different, and like, there's always exceptions to rules. Everybody's not the same. But there are generalities, and there's a reason for that. And Emily, I just want to thank you again. Yes. I mean, you sent us, if you guys are watching, our last 4 reactions, yes, they were all Emily's. Emily does not miss.
No.
So we feel comfortable. If Emily sends us something, we're like, it's going to hit. I mean, all right, Emily, you did send us a Tom and 2 high res, so you knew those were going to be good.
Right.
But this Papa Roach, I mean, it's so important for today. The kids, I mean, I feel so horrible. I made a joke to him because we were talking about kids, young people in their 20s, and I looked at Cedric. I said, "Thank God we're going to be dead in 30 to 40 years to deal with this, or sooner." You know, I'm giving us some longevity. It's probably be sooner, but it's just some of the stuff that's out there. It's just like, God, we didn't have to deal with that.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, social media, it's prevalent now. It's here. It's going to be here to stay.
And idiotic ideas. Yeah. Idiotic ideas from the 60s have finally come to fruition, and they're effing up society.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But if you guys, and I'll end with this. I always like to touch on the title of the song. If you know there's someone in your life who's going through stuff, make sure you may have to be that individual that you have to leave a light on for them. And like Brian touched on, sometimes you don't want to talk about, but make sure you're there, because the last thing you want to do is like be there and something happens to them, or they take their life and you say, well, I didn't know they were going through anything. Just always be there to take a light on. Use technology to your advantage. Send that text once every other month, like, hey buddy, just checking in on you.
Or if it's like us, man, drag them out there to play, I know today, play video games. I don't care. Drag them out, get them out to exercise, work out, play basketball, play whatever. It's amazing when you get out there and you start pumping the blood, and you focus on something else, and you don't have to focus inside. It helps pull you out. And the problem is everybody takes everything and they focus it in. I just listened to something and think this was a Jordan Peterson. If you have to think about raising kids, guess what? You're not going to have time really to think about this type of stuff. But unfortunately, more and more kids are spending time by themselves because they can. They can just sit in a room and they think they're having a friendship, but they're not. That's not a friendship. No. Friendship is getting out and getting air and communicating or playing sports, whatever it is. It's just so important to get off the freaking phone.
And if you're like me, you're in that relationship where you take that person out and play some basketball, play some golf, play some athletics. Just sometimes you got to let that other individual win every now and then so they feel better about themselves. Just don't beat them to the ground every single time you engage.
We won't talk about tennis when I just have to play fetch.
No, that tennis court was caged in, and
it's still fetch.
You have to go far.
So instead I took him to racquetball, and at least the ball wouldn't go anywhere.
We had fun. We
did.
had fun. Doggone it.
Yep.
All right. Once again, Emily, thank you. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. You're not alone. Whether you want to email us, you're going through some stuff. I try and answer all the comments. Answering the comments is a lot easier when we had 100 subscribers. We're climbing toward 100,000 now, but I will do my best to acknowledge the fact that we hear you and we see you and we value you. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring that bell. Continue sharing our channel with everyone you know. And like this song states very well, continue leaving the light on for somebody in your life. Until next time, I'm Cedric.
And I'm Brian. We'll see you later.
Well, this...